What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Fragrant Flower Blossoms with Dignity. Finally getting that down. This time with, though the better I get at this title, the worse I get at the April showers bring May flowers. It's got a horrible duality there. But yeah, back with episode 7. Fantastic episode last week. Little Subaru, saw her Waggery having a conversation and really enjoying the kind of interactions in that regard. Loved her talk with Rintaro at the end, but I think especially with Waggery, her kind of hopefully accepting herself a little bit more, hopefully kind of seeing herself in a better light, because as I said last week, it's almost disrespectful. She's almost disrespecting Waggery's high opinion of her by thinking that she's worth so little. So yeah, we had this going on as well. Excited to delve into this a bit more with the boys, to be honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Also, I did love how they cleared things up with Subaru and Rintaro. That was really well done. But yeah, the show is certainly becoming stronger and stronger week in, week out, especially in regards to the characters and their kind of relationships with each other. Got a lot of interesting dynamics between them, haven't they? So what is his profile picture there? It doesn't look like him. Obviously, Waggery's is just some food, some sweets. Oh, it is very funny. Was it last season that the Show Shimin series was ending? Actually, almost incredible how Osanai from that series and Waggery from this series are very similar in terms of their taste buds, their sweet tooth. Yeah, I don't think there could be much more difference between how sinister Osanai is and how scheming and evil. Yeah, adorable and pretty awesome she is compared to how honest and just out there showing it all Waggery is. And I really like both the characters, which is just funny to think about. Honestly, I would say I like Osanai a bit more, just because that kind of sinister side to her is like really like whoa. But certainly Waggery has time to grow on me. I don't get me wrong, I really like her, but she is almost just like like a perfect person, if you know what I'm saying. She's got no flaws at the minute. I do think that will change, considering how the other characters in the series are written. But she is like the one perfect to being above all. And I'm usually not a massive fan of those type of characters, but as I keep saying, I think they will humanize her a bit more going forward and delve into more of her issues. I mean, we have the stuff with like her school and her work and for it and such, but is that like a negative like trait? No, not really. Has she got any negative traits? Has got anything she's hiding? Is there anything like actually makes her an interesting human other than just perfect nice girl? As I keep saying, I expect so, and I hope so. If that's not the case and that never ends up happening, that will lower the series in my estimations for sure. Teleportation. Jesus. Well, lately Rintro's been pretty good with his words. The Beatles. Really? I love the kids. They're seeing it in the flesh. I think there's well, they've already seen them together, but it's a little bit, yeah, a little bit more impactful than actually seeing them. They're probably wondering how this girl is so cool and calm, considering how she acted initially. In regards to Subaru. It's a bit awkward now, though, isn't it? I mean, I don't want to sound harsh, but Subaru's kind of getting in the way here a little bit, isn't she? Surely she feels a bit awkward. For you. Oh boy, there's the boys. All that flirting. I can't get girls, you can't either. What's serious to take about this? I mean, there isn't any, like, there's negative things that happen to the girls if they get found out, but there's nothing really on the line for these guys if they get found out, is there? Other than other people's perceptions of them, which is a big thing to some people, not so much to others. They're his friends. Cherish the ones he did make. Fit right in there. Group of weirdos. Best group you can be in. I hope they're hearing this. Yeah. So I mean, it kind of looked like they were just like minding their own business a minute ago. But I think they have heard it, judging from how their figures, their posture is right there. I think they definitely heard that. It kind of looked like they were just like playing it cool or something, just like looking at the menus. So I wasn't sure if they're paying attention a minute ago, but I'm glad they were. Maybe apologise. Maybe Saku's got some apologising to do as well. Definitely love that. Love that from you, Subaru. I can't tell any of these guys apart, by the way. All these randos that keep coming up to us. Keep coming up to Waggery and Rintero. Like, who are these people? Why are they hiding? Okay, so they fucking went and cried to their... Wow. Incredible stuff, guys. You literally got 1v2s. Now you're... Jesus. How much more embarrassing can you be as a man? How much more embarrassed can you get than doing something like this on top of what happened then? Well, I hope the boys are still fucking creeping on us. It'd be very much appreciated right now. But Subaru's got some techniques. So why? I don't know about you guys, but if fucking, well, I don't know. If I was at high school and some people in the year below or the year below that came up to me and said that something happened with some guys from another school, I wouldn't do anything. I know that sounds bad. If I was friends with them, or I'm not a violent person or anything, I probably still wouldn't. But maybe if I like if we were friends or something, then maybe. But if a bunch of random kids just came up to me and said something like this happened, I wouldn't be fucking getting involved in this. Maybe it's that different like Japanese thing where you feel a bit more responsible for the younger people in school. The whole senpai kind of stuff, that whole kind of regime of things. Maybe there's a slight difference in that, but some random kid that I don't even know came up to me and asked for help in something like this. I might help him if he's like getting bullied or something. It's just not that situation, is it? These two guys are bastards, and they called to get help with their bastardization stuff. Like, what the hell? I certainly wouldn't be helping these guys. So it sounds so primal and weird, but this is like a primal thing, isn't it? Protecting your almost like lions protecting their cubs and their woman. A primal thing in all beings, I think. Protect their family, or in this case, the girls. And that should probably make the girls even more attracted to him, make Waggery like him even more. As much as he probably hates violence, I assume. You two have a little look at each other, both very rude to each other. But it's funny because I actually kind of assume that they might end up going out or something, maybe. Yama. Yeah, these absolute pussies. Why would they? Like, they're still hiding even though they're outnumbering them. Like, why are these guys so scared? Man, this guy really has got a mouth, hasn't he? Kind of demoralizing. gave him a boo boo, did you? A little boo boo. Let me smack these kids up already. Just shut them up. Smack them up, boys. Supposed to be like the fucking Avengers, aren't they? Good, good. Nice. Bit of a shame we didn't get to see them get slapped up, but okay. They missed out on something very satisfying right there. Almost like, why would you show all that if we didn't plan to show us? I mean, I know the point of it is to see his friends care so much and they're so vexed that those guys causing that, and but they absolutely just got rid of the payoff. No, it's almost like horror when they back in like the 80s and such. That happens a lot with Friday the 13th and the later entries where you have a kill happening and you don't see it, but you see the aftermath of it, and it's just like it's nowhere near as effective, in my opinion. See that quite a lot in the Halloween series as well, actually. Call your mummy next time, kid. Call your mummy. She'll help you out. She'll get your head right. Them nice little brats. So yeah, like I said, it feels a little bit anticlimactic that they just left out what would be the most satisfying part of this whole episode. I guess for some, and I guess I'll take it this way, the payoff was just seeing how much his friends cared for him, but okay. Certainly is a decision. That's a series I need to watch. One's out. I was always pretty crap at stuff like this. Always pretty crap at the bats. It's because you always want to go for the absolute fucking rip roaring home run. You always want to hit it as hard as far as possible. I think that's maybe a mistake. But once you hit one like that, it's almost like drugs. You're chasing that kind of you're chasing that home run again. But you know when they're skilled enough. Yeah, they did. Good job from them. So when is he going to tell them? So they're going to let him know before he tells them. Okay. Again, that's another decision I'm not sure I'm a big fan of. I would have liked to see him say it like he was planning to. Obviously, the effect is kind of lost anyway because they did know beforehand, but I would have liked to see how he would have done it. I think Saka was definitely my favourite of these guys. A lot of people do. The concept of there being no one to blame for something is just an impossible concept for certain people. Especially football fans. Oh. So this guy is great with words, both antagonizing and just, yeah, stuff like this. It's the first time I'm seeing this, but good with words, this guy. Good pat on the head. Good job, bro. Takes a lot to say that. As a guy, I can't ever fathom saying something as cheesy and something like that in real life to somebody. You can feel that way, but there's just something seemingly wrong about without saying that to like another dude. I don't know. Like you'd get the absolute shit ripped out of you for ages if you did, I think. But it's good to let each other know that. And I think there are certain ways as guys we do let each other know that, but without kind of saying it like this, like through actions more so, I think, more than anything. And I guess we did with the fight as well. Like that was an action kind of signal of this, wasn't it? Of their relationship. And yeah, I guess that was pretty awesome scene. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Again, Saku definitely my favourite of these friends, to be honest. Although I do like them more. Clutch. Nice. Yeah, as I said, that's the one you're looking for. What dreams are made of. Or thoughts to be having. So what? Just to like compare, I played a game of football earlier today, and that's a bit longer than this, of course, and a bit more intense. You're running about, and I'm always like scanning, always looking about, looking where people are, looking at the formations and such. I don't. If you like probe my brain during that, there wouldn't be a damn thought that goes through my head apart from where this person, distance here, sprint, pass, option over there if it comes out. Like, yeah, I would not be thinking what nice weather it is today. Sometimes it's a bit annoying when the sun gets in your eyes. That would be something that I might think, like fucking sun in my eyes again, something like that. But yeah, honestly, again, if you probe me, my brain would just be nothing but just like, yeah, total nonsense. I feel like you need a bit of an empty brain. That's a good thing about sports. It really like helps you release. It's a really good like releaser of like tension and stress and stuff because you just like, yeah, got nothing on your mind. I guess he was saying it was a nice day there though because it feels like a nice day because his friends made it feel like one. Fuck the fuck the baseball. Yeah, it's like my IQ goes from like 100 to 50, and my sports IQ goes from 50 to 100 during sports, and then the other way around most of the time. coolest guy ever. See, is he the coolest guy ever? For these guys, maybe. Could you guys think of anyone cooler? John Rambo, maybe. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Pretty fucking awesome guys. The Rockies, Sylvester Stallone. I think they're pretty cool. Bruce Lee. I can name many. I can name many cooler people. But yeah, good episode. Again, I do think there was some questionable decisions, to be honest with you. Like, I would have liked to see the boys get beat up. I know it's not necessary, but it would have been a really nice payoff for how they were acting, rather than just like appearing afterwards. And also, like, I know it's an anime, so it's one of those things where you just accept like the main characters and the main characters' friends are. If it's written that it's one of those things when you realize when you grow up. So if it's written that they're gonna win, they're gonna win. It doesn't matter if they're like power scaling or bullshit like that. But it would have been nice to see how they kind of done it. Like if they're like been martialized or something, or if they're just like that strong, if they're Avengers level threats, and we just don't know it yet. And yeah, the scene at the end, I was also like really big fan of it. Really like Saku's part in it, especially. But it was a bit of a shame we didn't actually get to see Rintaro kind of bring it up himself, and even if they did know about it, if he like bringing it up himself and that like seeing that happen organically, I think would have been even better than what we did get. But what we did get still was really good. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, great episode. Pretty much summed it all up there. A little bit of a spy festival for the boys, and they've done a pretty good job, honestly, of not being found the whole time. They've done a really good job, actually, considering how fucking loud they were. And yeah, just a few disappointing moments, but overall, I think really solid episode. Again, love the relationships, seeing more of Saku and Rintaro today, especially. I think it will be really cool when we do actually integrate Wagari and Subaru, like when they actually meet the boys a bit more, perhaps, and actually kind of because they know about this whole thing now. I mean, it's probably a bit more a risk, and probably more risk of being found and such. But it would be cool to see all 6 of them kind of interact and stuff, I think, anyway. And judging from the look that Subaru gave Saku during this episode, it was a bit of a it was only a look, so one of those dangerous things in the real world you really can't misinterpret something like this, so you've got to be like absolutely sure. If you're not absolutely sure, then you don't pursue it because you'll be seen as a weirdo. But it was one of those looks that was like a bit of an apologetic look between the two, a bit of a sympathetic look, and a look that says maybe I want to apologize, but it was just a look, so they couldn't. But also one of those looks that is kind of like, you know what, maybe these 2 characters, maybe because they were so at odds, and I've said about this before, like I've had issues with girls that I seemingly hated, but few months or years later actually came to really like and got really interested in. Maybe that might be the same situation here, to be honest. And I think I'd quite like to see that, because again, Saku is certainly my favourite of the boys, so if he does get a bit of an extra focus, I would very much appreciate that. But yeah, good episode for the most part. A few odd decisions in my opinion, but this isn't an action anime, so no big deal. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like though, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I'll see you next week with episode 8.